What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. In this video, I'm going to be giving you 10 reasons to buy the new Google Pixel 4a. Stay tuned. Hope everyone is having a great day. We're going to go ahead and start this off right off the bat. Now, the first reason why I think you should pick up the Google Pixel 4a is because it is an affordable device. This device is only $349, and at this price range, you get a ton with it. Now, there isn't really anything that can compete with this in the US market currently. I feel like the only other device would be the iPhone SE2, and you would have to pay about $100 more just to get the 128GB variant to match the Pixel 4a. So I feel like the price is a great reason to actually pick up this device, especially in these times. So the second reason to pick up the Pixel 4a definitely has to be the amazing camera on board on this device. Now, we do have a 12 megapixel rear facing camera, and I feel like this is the best camera on the market, especially for this price range. You're going to get very, very clear shots. The contrast is going to be epic, and I feel like the photo in general is going to be an epic shot, especially for the minimalists out there. I think Google's really trying to bring more minimalists into this world, or convert people into minimalists. But if you take a photo on this device, you're going to get a great snap every single time, and especially with night shot, it definitely brings a character out of this camera, and I feel like you guys are going to have a very enjoyable experience with this camera software. Third reason definitely has to be the performance on board. We have the Snapdragon 730G chipset inside of here, as well as 6GB of internal RAM. Now, the great thing about this device is I feel like it doesn't heat up. I haven't had heating issues at all. I've played on this device for about an hour and a half before playing Call of Duty, PUBG, Fortnite, and this device seems to run all of those games very, very well. And at the $349 price tag, comparing this to like the Moto G Stylus or the Moto G Power, this device really shines, especially in gaming. I haven't had any heating issues at all on this device, and I feel like it runs everything very decently, and that Snapdragon 730G really isn't in any other devices that are $349. And the fourth reason is that this device has amazing storage. Now, the great thing about the Pixel 4a is we have 128GB of onboard storage. Now, you actually don't have the option to expand that storage, but I think Google hit the sweet spot with the 128GB of internal storage. That's going to be enough to store your photos, videos, and applications. Also, we have the Google Cloud on this device, and we have many other tools to store that type of data. All right, everyone, so my fifth reason to pick up this device is it has an amazing form factor. Now, they did have to make some cuts, but I don't think the cuts were too drastic that the build suffered too much. The majority of this device is going to be made out of a polycarbonate material. Now, that is condensed plastic, and honestly, they've managed to actually make this device feel like a very premium device. We have features such as very, very clicky and tactile buttons. We also have very good haptic feedback in this device, which we're going to talk about later, but very, very awesome build on this device, and I feel like the design is decent. I know a lot of people talk some smack about this, but I feel like this is a very, very decent minimalist design. Now, the sixth reason definitely has to be the software and the software updates. Now, as far as the Pixel 4a goes, we actually have 3 major OS updates promised on this device, including Android 11, which is going to come out in a few weeks here. So I really feel like this device is beneficial to the crowd of people that typically purchase something like a Moto G Stylus and don't end up getting support or any updates for the device. So I feel like this device is going to be very, very future proof as far as the 3 to 5 year range. Now, the seventh reason why you should pick up the Pixel 4a definitely has to be the haptic feedback on this device. I feel like a lot of people look for the haptic feedback and they signify that as some sort of quality measure, and I feel like the Pixel 4a definitely brings that to the table. Now, this is not as good as the Pixel 4's haptic feedback, but I feel like the 4a definitely brings the premium feel to the haptic feedback, and I feel like even the Pixel 4 users would be able to transition from the 4 to the 4a if they wanted to do so, and would not really have to sacrifice any quality as far as the haptic feedback goes. Now, the eighth reason has to be that this device has a very solid battery. I find myself getting through a full day. You can get in between 7 to 8 hours of screen on time in my testing, and I feel like the battery on this device is actually pretty impressive, seeing how small the battery cell actually is. And we also have that 17-watt fast charger, so this is going to be a very, very quick charge honestly, I'll just put it on the charger for 15 minutes and it'll go up like 40%. So you are not going to be hurting in that department. I feel like a lot of other people have had bad experiences in the past, especially with devices at $349 price range and the sub $349 price range, because they tend to have a device that they can't charge up very quickly, and that device tends to not come with the fast charger. Now the ninth reason is going to be the fingerprint sensor, or the security system that is on this device. Now in the age of wearing masks, it is very hard to use Face ID, and I find myself getting frustrated frequently because I can't open my iPhone. And honestly, this just works. It's a fingerprint sensor. It's very quick. It opens up pretty much instantaneously. Right here, let's go and test that out. 3, 2, 1. Pretty much opens up instantaneously right there, and it's a very accurate fingerprint sensor. So especially in 2020, I feel like it's pretty essential to have a fingerprint sensor on your device. Now the 10th reason why I think you should pick up this device has to be that it is feature packed. Now this device is one of the most featured packed devices I've seen, especially at this price range, and especially buying phones at this price range, you tend to get features that really have no real world use cases. In the case of the Pixel 4a, this device has some very minimal and practical use cases, such as this eclipse wallpaper. It pretty much shows you how much battery life you have left. As you guys see, we have 97%, and it shows a full eclipse right there. And we actually have the live caption mode on this device as well. As you guys can see, it is pretty much picking up every single word that is heard inside of this video. We also have an always on display on this device, and we actually get a live reading of what song is playing in the current environment. So I think that's a really cool and useful feature as well. It kind of kills Shazam. It's a Shazam killer, I guess, but it's a really cool feature nonetheless. Yeah guys, I feel like this is a very good option, especially for anyone on a budget. You're gonna get some good features inside of this device. You're gonna have a good battery, and most of all, you're going to have the flagship features and the flagship feel inside a device that's only $349, and you have a pretty cool camera as well that's going to actually kill other flagship devices. So I feel like this device has a lot to offer. If you guys have any questions, put them in the comment section down below. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like down below, as well as subscribing if you're not part of the Tech Gang already. Also, if you guys want to be notified, hit the notification bell icon to be notified every time I upload a new video. Other than that, this has been Safan from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.